Frank Warren, we've got a nice sunny day here at West Ham. Pray the weather continues.
The weather, I told you, the sun shines down on the righteous.
And we've got a great fight on May the 15th. The guys have been here today, Michael Katsidis and Kevin Mitchell.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We got him in early, Michael, because he was worried about this volcanic dust in the atmosphere and whether flights would be banned, so we thought it'd be prudent to bring him over before we normally would. So he's here, and yeah, he's looking in good nick. He's obviously up for the fight, so I think we've got a really good show on our hand.
We've got a press conference on election day, and there might be a changing of the guard in Downing Street, so there might be a changing of the guard at the top at lightweight as well, because you fancy your man Mitchell.
Kevin gets my vote, and I'm just hoping at the end of the day that he will, he'll deliver the goods. It's not an easy job for him. Katsidis is a real tough guy. He's fought all around the world. He's not afraid of going into the other guy's backyard or into the lion's den, and he's certainly been in the lion's den or the hammer's den on the 15th. But I just think that Kevin, in his last couple of fights, has really shown what he's capable of doing, and I think if ever there was a time to challenge for a title, now's the time for him.
Interesting watching the two guys today. Usually press conference final, well, we've got a final one next week, but usually the big press conference is a couple of days before the fight, and you can see the guys are really in fight mode. Today they're a bit more relaxed, aren't they? Not quite in each other's face.
Yeah, I think next week the tension will get to them. Obviously they'll be looking and focusing on their weight, and sometimes that makes fighters tetchy. So I think a couple of days before the fight it'll be a little bit different.
And tell us about the undercard here as well. We've got a bit of a change of plan at heavyweight. Derek Chisora comes in for Sam Sexton, but it's still a great fight with Danny Williams.
Oh, it's a great fight. I mean, but I'd like, first of all, I say I hope that Sam Sexton's mother's recovering. That's the reason Sam pulled out, because she had there's an aneurysm or a heart problem. But Derek stepped up. It's a big call for him. It's 2 weeks notice, but he fancies it. He certainly, Derek's up for anything, and thankfully Danny Williams accepted the challenge. So I think we've got a bit of a fight on our hands there with those two.
And a big chance for James DeGale as well in just his 7th pro fight. 7th
pro fight in a 12-rounder. What we're looking to do is to step him up all the time now, and hopefully this will be the first of many. But he's in with a fighter who's got a good record. I think he's 15-1. So it's a good test for him.
It augurs well for the future. Let's go back to the main event. What happens if Kevin Mitchell wins? What's on the line for him?
If he wins, then we've got to determine what the WBO are going to do with Marquez. Whether Marquez is going to vacate the title or not. And if he doesn't, then he's got to fight Kevin very quickly. So one way or another, we're going to have a decision on that.
So there's some big fights, whatever happens in the pipeline.
Oh, for Kevin, yeah. I mean, Kevin's as I say, it is a tough fight, and I've got my fingers crossed, and for that matter, everything else, that he does come through. But if he does, he can become a big name in world boxing.
Just sort of been listening to him there, chatting to the press, and there's an X factor about him, isn't there? There's a personality there that can really come out over the next couple of years.
He's a cheeky, cockney guy, isn't he? He's got a good personality. He's well known in the East End, and I think this fight will hopefully get him more of a bigger profile in the UK, and from there we can build on that and hopefully turn him and develop him into a star.
Frank Warren, thank you very much.
Thank you.